Hey, what's up guys, CommanderAlex here, and today we're going to be looking at something awesome. So Vainglory just dropped this video on YouTube titled Update 2.1 Preview, and basically it details, I think, most of what's coming in Update 2.0. It, goes over all sorts of random stuff. It's really awesome. I believe it is unlisted, but if you go to the Vainglory Twitter, they made a tweet about it, and you can just click on the link there to go to the video yourself. Also, if I remember, I'll put it in the description below. Probably will forget, so definitely remind me to do that. Now let's watch the video, and then I'm going to go through bit by bit and actually talk about like what's going on and some things that I may have picked up that aren't like super obvious in the video. So I'm going to mute myself and let's watch.
Hello, I'm Bicycle Squid. Update 2.1 introduces a new game mode beta, a new chest, and numerous gameplay changes building on the progress of 2.0. Let's take a look. Lunar New Year map. The 2017 Winter Season map has been reimagined for the Lunar New Year season. Enjoy festive details like red paper lanterns, fireworks, and golden statues to celebrate the Year of the Rooster. Blitz Mode Beta, Vainglory's new 5-minute mode. Whereas Battle Royale and casual matches are objective-based and can go on indefinitely, Blitz is the first mode in Vainglory to have a countdown timer and a definitive end. Now, you can hop into a quick, intense match when you only have 5 minutes to spare, and know it will end when you need it to. In this new beta mode, each player starts at level 9 and with 6,000 gold. The game ends one of two ways: reach 15 points or run out of time. A team scores points by killing enemy heroes or taking out objectives. Blitz is a new, fun gameplay format designed for short sessions. It is still very much in development and will likely evolve with time, based on community feedback. We can't wait for you to try it out. Epic Mystery Chest. In Update 2.1, the Mystery Chest will be renamed the Rare Mystery Chest. Why the change? We wanted to leave room for an offering even more epic. For a higher price, the new Epic Mystery Chest guarantees better payouts. Each chest contains at least 6 cards, always including 1 hero, 1 skin, and 20 opals, guaranteed. Starting in Update 2.1, find the new Epic Mystery Chest along with your daily chest and Rare Mystery Chest in the Market section of the app. Plus, there's a chance to get a 100,000 ICE payout, or a 1 million ICE jackpot. That's right, you didn't mishear me. I said a 1 million ICE jackpot. Supporter Badge. We wanted to do something special for all the players in the Vainglory community who take the extra step to support Vainglory financially. If you bought ICE in the past 30 days, you'll see a new signifier on the versus screen of every match. Thank you for helping make Vainglory what it is today. We know your money is precious, and we sincerely appreciate your support. Gameplay changes. First Blood and Hero Bounties. Hero kills are now much more valuable, and you'll feel the difference throughout the match. There is also a First Blood bonus and a reward for shutting down someone on a kill streak. Jungle changes. In Update 2.1, jungle camps will spawn much later, unlocking a multitude of early game options and tactics. Additionally, a treant now appears at match start where the jungle shop would be. This new early game hotspot provides a source of experience, gold, and healing to one team in any level 1 encounter. It is replaced by the jungle shop at the 4-minute mark when the miners spawn. Crystal Miner. In Update 2.1, the Crystal Miner packs an even stronger punch, but also takes longer to respawn, and now has a set number of lives, after which it will no longer respawn. You can now invade the enemy jungle more effectively, but it's a risky strategy. Null Wave Gauntlet. Null Wave Gauntlet proved to be a popular item, but also left little room for counterplay. The delivery system of this item has now been changed from a single slow-moving projectile that item silences to a single fast-moving projectile that marks its target, then detonates after a substantial delay. The item silence only triggers after a delayed detonation, meaning both the projectile and the detonation can be reflex blocked. As always, there are exciting new skins coming to Vainglory's next update, including Gladiator Lance and long-awaited skins for Petal and Ozo, plus balance changes and more. As always, check out the news section of the app and weekly dev streams to see what's coming next to the Halcyon Fold.
Alright, so that is the entire video. Now I'm going to go put it in half speed, and I'm going to actually watch through it with the sound off and tell you guys some of the things that I noticed that he didn't actually talk about. So these are things that are kind of hidden in there. Also, don't mind the Skype notification. Yeah, these are things that are in there but aren't like really obvious, and you guys might have missed them if you weren't paying attention. So let's do this. First off, I'm going to mute the footage. We'll go here, change the speed to 0.5 just so that I don't get behind the actual footage itself. Bring it back to the beginning, and let's do this. All right. So first things first here, what can we see? Obviously they had the intro scene, which is just the Vainglory update 2.1, nothing super crazy there. But once we get through that, we actually get to the information. Sorry, it's taking so long. I did put it in half speed, and I thought I would fall behind, and now I'm not. And now I'm just ad-libbing, because there we go. We're in the game. So first off, we have decorations. Lunar New Year. So this, for those of you that don't know, I believe is sort of similar to like Chinese New Year. It's similar. I don't know if it's the exact same thing. But yeah, so there's going to be lanterns all around the map. Nothing too crazy there. We see Gold Miner, again, he's still all the same. Something in the background that you notice is they have a gold rooster, and I believe, don't quote me on this, I believe that's because this is the year of the rooster. If I'm completely wrong on that, definitely tell me, because I'm not super into this stuff, but I believe so. I believe that this is the year of the rooster, and that's why there's the golden roosters everywhere. So first off, new game mode, that's pretty major, right? So new game mode is called Blitz. Apparently this is going to be a 5-minute game mode, and you know, I feel like this is something that has a lot of potential. It's one of those things that Vainglory has always been missing. Obviously, there's the really big upsides to having a full-length mobile on mobile, but there's also some really big downsides because most mobile users are not accustomed to having a long 20-minute match. They're accustomed to 5-minute play sessions. So giving them a 5-minute option is really, really nice. And it's also going to make it really nice for people to actually schedule out things. So, you know, if you have a bus ride that's 5 minutes long or 7 minutes long, and you know that it's going to be a 5-minute match no matter what, then you can actually do that. All right, so now right here in that bottom right hand corner, what you just saw was a suggested buy feature. At least that's what I believe it is. In the bottom right hand corner, it comes up with items that it thinks that you should buy, and you can just buy them right there without having to open in the shop. I assume that you still have to be next to the shop, because that'd be kind of crazy, but it does have a suggested buy feature, which is really nice and something that I really wish they would have added before, because it helps with quick buying. And because of that, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually included a way to adjust your buy features. Now moving on here, we have the Blitz mode again. All the skins here look to be the same. I'm always on the lookout for them, like previewing skins without ever actually talking about them. They don't normally do that, but it's something that sometimes they like to do. Also, one thing that I'm going to be really interested to know is if this is going to be a game mode that doesn't have any stats changes, because I feel like starting at level 9 makes some later game heroes like incredibly strong and early game heroes like trash. Anyway, moving on though, we have this new feature, the Epic Mystery Chest. This is going to be the chest that goes beyond tier of the chest that we have right now. So the chest that we have right now are the Mystery Chest. They're going to be renamed the Rare Chest, but what's interesting about this is that there's a new jackpot. So first off, this chest is going to be more expensive, give you more stuff, just like I said in the video. Nothing too crazy there. Obviously, they're trying to give someone, you know, a more expensive chest, but also a more guaranteed payout. But what's really awesome is there are 100,000 ice and 1 million opals jackpots, which is insane. It also contains a 1 million ice jackpot. So let's break this down. Obviously, we don't know any of the statistics on this, so we don't know for sure, but you have a chance of winning 1 million opals, you have a chance of winning 1 million ice, and you have a chance of winning 100,000 ice. Any of those would pretty much set you up for like ever, right? So that's pretty awesome, but at the same time, I feel like this is going to be one of those things where it's a little gimmicky, especially for people who are farther into the game. So it's one of those things where if you just got the game, you don't have any skins, you don't have any heroes, and so whatever you get is going to be awesome. But when you're later into the game, you have almost all the skins, likely you're not going to get the skin that you actually need. So I feel like this is, again, one of those things where it helps players as a whole, but in general, this is going to be better for newer players. Although, because it has these flat ice amounts that you can possibly win, it might be something where new players, or rather current players, might want to, try their hand at it if they have some extra ice, just to see if maybe they can hit that jackpot. But that's not really gameplay related, so I'm not super interested. This is something I'm really interested in, and I think it's a great business move. So Vainglory has this new feature. It's the supporter badge. I was actually thinking that this was going to be something to do with like your rank or mastery of a hero or something, but it turns out it has nothing to do with like the gameplay itself. This is all about if you're helping to support the game, and I think this is a really smart business move. Obviously, this doesn't take a whole lot of effort on their part. It doesn't, take a whole lot of coding or a lot of artwork or anything, but this just giving someone recognition for having helped to support the game is major, and I think this is actually going to really help with their revenues. Obviously, I can't tell you for sure, I don't know for sure, but I feel like this is an amazing business move. I'm actually really excited that they had the foresight to think of this and to come up with this idea. Also, I still don't know why it had the 1 on that. They never explained that, but whatever. All right, so moving on here, we have hero bounties. Hero bounties are something that are going to be coming to the game in 2.1, and honestly, I feel like this is something that's been missing from the game for a long time. It's kind of underrated, but it's actually a really major thing. So for those of you that don't know, there is now going to be a First Blood, which is basically, if you play League of Legends or like any other MOBA ever, if you get the first kill of the match, you're going to get some extra gold on that kill compared to what you would normally get for that kill. So it's kind of like a bonus bounty, if you will, for getting the first kill, which is really good, and it helps with snowbally champions. But they're also going to be having other shutdown bounties and things, so it's going to both make the game more snowbally and less snowbally because there's going to be bounties for shutdowns. Jungle spawn changes, making the jungle spawn much later, is going to be major. This is going to allow for early game 3-man invades, things like that. And this jungle spawns with a treant at shop, this I think is probably the smartest thing ever, because this completely changes the early game jungle dynamic, and I think it's going to make the early game jungle a lot more important. Currently, nobody really cares about the early game jungle, but I think that having that treant there is going to be super, super major, because it's going to give someone something to come to the jungle for. The more crap that's in the jungle, the more time people will spend in the jungle. Moving on here, we got Crystal Miner. Crystal Miner is obviously going to be stronger, as I said, going to have a limited number of lives, but I will note they didn't say how many lives. All they said was a limited number. So that could be like 2 or that could be like 10. So, I mean, it's kind of not enough information to really say, but obviously it's going to be much stronger, which is going to mean that, again, leaving one person in the jungle is still going to allow you to save your jungle, because invading into Crystal Miner even now is pretty difficult, especially if you can minion candy it. Minion candy on this new Crystal Miner I think is just going to make your jungle pretty much uninvadable, but that's just me. Anyway, moving on here, we have No Wave Gauntlet changes, which honestly I'm pretty sure the entire community wanted to see. For those of you that don't know what it is, basically No Wave Gauntlet allows you to item silence an enemy hero. And currently, it's really deceptively hard to block, which is something that you wouldn't guess, but because it travels so slow, it's hard to tell who it's going to. So now, they're going to have it travel faster, but at the same time, they're going to have it have a countdown once it actually hits you and then affects you. So you can reflex block it when it hits you, or you can reflex block it when it actually affects you, which gives you 2 chances to reflex block it, plus those chances are pretty close together. So even if you miss the first one, chances are you're going to hit the second one, which means that, if you want to carry around 2 reflex blocks and make sure that you don't get no waved, because that's a really good thing to do, it's actually going to be much easier to do. I think this is going to be a major nerf to no wave, and honestly, I'm pretty excited about it because I feel like no wave is broken right now. Right here we get a look at the new Lance skin, which looks actually amazing. I was not expecting the skin to look as good as it does. This is like really high quality stuff. I'm actually very, very impressed. Also, I will note that they mentioned that there's going to be a pedal skin, but they haven't made any other mentions of that. So that's a sneak little inclusion that they made there. Obviously they didn't show it, but this is the new Ozo skin that they talked about. Was about to make a video on this actually, and then I realized that they just announced this entire new 2.0 preview video, so I decided to make a video on the video instead. And I believe that that is about everything. So let me pause it right there for you guys. And boop. that's going to be all I got for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Obviously this was kind of an odd video because it's literally a video about me watching the video, and I do encourage you guys to go watch the video yourself. You know, you can break it down, watch it through in slow-mo, whatever it is you want to do. But I figured that I would make a video just because A, you know, it's always cool to share this with as large of an audience as possible, and B, there's some things that were in there that I didn't think a lot of people would realize. An example of that being the items that are now going to be recommended in the bottom right-hand corner. Again, I believe those will only be when you're next to shop, but what that might indicate, and this is just something I'm speculating, that might mean that you can actually choose your recommended items for the hero that you're playing, which is massive. I think that's going to be completely game-changing. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thumbs if you liked it, subs if you loved it. Tell me if you are hyped for 2.1. Tell me if you think any of this is going to be super weak or super OP. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. See ya.